Hello, hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Thursday Night Stamp Therapy. It is Thursday, January 6th, 2022. I'm still getting used to the new year. I keep messing up and saying 2021. How are you doing tonight? I'm so excited that you're joining me. Today, I will be sharing with you 40 different project ideas, mostly swaps, that I have received from the mini catalog. I'm starting to wonder, oh boy, I'm starting to wonder if our camera is going to have an issue tonight. Maybe I just need to zoom out a little bit. Let's try that. Hopefully you can see everything okay. Let me know if you can't, so that I start the video over again. Hello, Deb. Hi, Winnie. Hi, everybody who's watching at home, whether you're watching live on Facebook or whether you're watching the replay over on YouTube. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much, Janet. It's an exciting day. Today, I earned the next Stampin' Up! Incentive trip, which is a Baltic cruise. I'm so excited. The cruise will be in May 2023, so it's still more than a year away, and I earned it super early. I beat my own record, which is so exciting. So thank you. Thank you to all my amazing customers who helped make this trip possible. You guys are so awesome, and clearly you love this new catalog as much as I do. As you know, the new January through June mini catalog launched on Tuesday, just 2 days ago. And so the last two videos that I've done have focused on the mini catalog. I've been showing you products, I've been sharing samples. And so today I want to focus on the Sale-a-Bration gifts that you can get, because with the mini catalog, we have Sale-a-Bration. And if you're not familiar with Sale-a-Bration, this is an annual promotion that Stampin' Up! Does every year in January and February, and now also in July and August. Every time there's a new mini catalog, you'll have an opportunity to earn free gifts for every $50 or $100 that you order. It is so awesome to get free stuff when you're ordering new stuff. During Sale-a-Bration in January and February, you have 7 items to choose from that are level 1 and 2 items to choose from that are level 2. So I don't know how much they use this terminology. Level 1 is the $50 level. If you spend $50 in the US, you can choose one of those gifts. And level 2 is the $100 level. If you spend $100, you can choose one of those gifts. So today I'm going to walk you through the offerings. I'm going to show you each of these things and what they look like, and also share. I have 40 project samples to share with you. Tonight I will be demonstrating 2 cards that are not pre-done, so I'm going to show you how those are constructed. Hopefully you'll be inspired, and I hope that you are, of course. If you want to go shopping, you can do that in my online store at juliedavison.com/shop. I'll include the host code in the video description when we're all done. You'll definitely want to make sure that you include that on your order, because I love to spoil my customers. And when you order $40 or more, you're going to get a free project kit from me, as well as a little bonus gift. And the way that I can do those gifts is that by pooling all the host rewards from the host code. So if you order more than 150, you're going to want to not use the host code and keep your own Stampin' rewards. But if you order less than 150, if you add the host code, then the host rewards kind of get all added to a bigger order, and I use that to get your freebies. So that's super exciting, and I love being able to pass that on to you and offer you guys something extra, and a little extra bonus. I'm currently working on the kits for December, so thank you to everybody who ordered from me in December, and you can be watching your mailboxes next week for those goodies to come your way. Are you guys ready to jump in? Yes! I would love to know, as we're going through all of these Sale-a-Bration gifts, tell me which one of these is your favorite. What are you most excited about? Or actually also tell me which ones you're not really feeling. Like, what do you need some inspiration on? Let me know that too, so I know what to be able to focus on and show you to inspire you. So I'm going to go in the order that the catalog is. So we're just going to jump right into this Sale-a-Bration book. So exciting that I can open it up and show you inside. The very first stamp set that you can get is a rubber cling stamp called Island Vibes. And oh, I did pull it out. This is such a fun stamp set, especially as I'm thinking about tropical vacations. I would love to go back to Hawaii, and the pineapple always makes me think of Hawaii. Now, I only have one card sample using this stamp set. This one is from demonstrator Kelly Atchison, and she used the gingham embossing folder on some of the marble designer paper, which is also a Sale-a-Bration freebie. I love the simplicity of this card and the colors here. We've got petal pink along with gray granite, and it's just so elegant and simple and beautiful. Oh no, Marcy says she doesn't do pineapple. Oh, I love a fresh pineapple. In fact, we brought home some pineapples from Maui when we went in May, and we cut off the tops and we planted them. They did a lot better than I thought they were going to do. We had them in big pots outside, and of course, living in Illinois, I had to bring them in for the winter. And so our pineapples are now in the kitchen. We keep them by the window, and I mean, they're not doing fantastic, but they're not dying. I'm really looking forward to some warmer weather and getting our pineapple plants back outside, because I know it does take a couple years in order for them to bear fruit. So I'm excited about hopefully having a sweet Maui gold pineapple in another year or so. Yeah. Okay. So Sean says she's not feeling this set, and I have to tell you, I am not either, but I'm excited for the challenge of playing with it. So I'll definitely be sharing some more with the Island Vibes another time. Not tonight. Let's move on to our second Sale-a-Bration gift. This is the Daffodil Afternoon designer paper. Now, I am feeling this one. I love that we've got vanilla in here with the basic black. This is a 12 by 12 designer paper. Let me get out the real sample to show you. I've cut mine down just for the ease of being able to show it on camera. So this will come as a 12 by 12 paper. And so you can see we've got the gorgeous black colors, and the flowers like really pop. The other colors are, let's see, what is this yellow? Daffodil Delight, crushed curry, basic black, and then evening evergreen, flirty flamingo, mint macaron, mossy meadow, pale papaya, pear pizzazz, and very vanilla. Oh, isn't that pretty? This one's my favorite. There's the pale papaya on the back side. And we've got this one, just so stunning. This is that Just Jade, I think? Pear pizzazz little hearts on the background there. It's so pretty. This one is fun, and you can see it a little bit better here. This is one of those that there is a design on each side, and then you can cut it down the middle and cut it into card fronts. So if you were cutting your 12 by 12 into card fronts that were covering a whole card, it would be like 4 by 5 1/4, and you could get 6 of those pieces to go on your card. And I think I've got some samples. I think I've got samples with every single one of these patterns. They are so fun and gorgeous. This one reminds me of my mom. I think because she likes daisies, and the colors just make me think of her. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So let's take a look at some samples using the Daffodil paper. Before I show you the samples though, let me show you the stamp set, because this paper coordinates with the Daffodil Daydream bundle from the mini catalog. So I'm really excited. I'm thinking I'm gonna showcase this one for Stamp of the Month. If you are interested in doing this stamp set for Stamp of the Month, then leave a comment and let me know. I definitely would love your feedback. If there's something else you're thinking about, let me know that as well. I was thinking about casing this card actually. I love how it shows off some of the designer paper and uses the detailed dies to create a slimline card. It's on my list to create a slimline card. These are a little bit bigger than a regular card. 3.5 inches by 8.5 inches is a slimline card. So that's pretty big. All right, next up. Oh no, I didn't show you the samples. Let's go back. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. I have tons of samples using that Daffodil Afternoon designer paper. So let's jump in. This one is from Kay Cogbill, and she used that piece I was telling you about that is just perfect for creating a card front. Happy Mother's Day is from the Daffodil Afternoon, or Daffodil Daydream stamp set with the Happy Mother's Day, and then a little bit of the brass butterflies. Next card is from Gwen Duckworth. Love the simple layout on this, showcasing the pale papaya in the background, and then we've got the tailored tag punch with the sentiment and new iridescent rhinestones. Next card is from Tracy Jacobs, and she's used a couple different patterns here. Pool Party is her card base with a little mossy meadow textured cardstock in the middle to bridge those two designer paper pieces. This beautiful designer paper just makes it so easy to create these simple designer paper layouts. This one is from Celine Kempton, and she has added some of that beautiful scallop, I don't even know what it's called, the scallop lace? No, okay, now I gotta look. This one is from the annual catalog, the ribbon, and it is called the Very Vanilla Scalloped Lace Trim. Yeah, I was pretty close on that. So soft and pretty, and I think really gorgeous with this designer paper. Next card, kind of a similar layout, a little bit bigger measurements here. This one's by Kathy Miller, using Flirty Flamingo for the card base, some Flirty Flamingo ribbon from the annual catalog, and some metallic pearls in there. So beautiful. I missed a bunch of comments. I'm so sorry. All of a sudden they just skipped ahead. Oh, Tracy Taylor. She says, I needed your sunny disposition to warm me up. Negative 31 degrees here. Woo! Oh, it is cold here too, but not quite that cold. Here's a card that I created. I looked at the back for my name. It's my card. I didn't put my name on it. I used the Pale Papaya ribbon, also from the annual catalog. Everyday label punch here to punch out the sentiment. Where would I be without a friend like you? Comes from the Special Moments stamp set. One of my favorite Sale-a-Bration gifts. I'll show you that one in a little bit. Next up, we have the same designer paper here. This one is from Susan Campfield, and really simple panel, 1 by 4 inches. Really simple, adding the glitter black organdy ribbon. And I just want to point out, we just had 4 cards in a row that all used different ribbon from the annual catalog. So I love how so many of these products like mix and match and carry over. You can use anything you want to mix and match, and there are so many different options in the annual catalog. So as you're shopping, and even with this January through June catalog, you might be frustrated if things are temporarily sold out or not available, but I just wanted to remind you of all the awesome things that we have in the annual catalog to turn back to and use again. So I think there are a couple ribbons currently that are not available to order, the denim ribbon and that the white trim, this one. So these 2 ribbons are temporarily sold out and not available to order right now. They are coming back. They're just taking a little while to get back in stock. So turn back to the catalog. We've got so many ribbons in the annual that are ready for you. Here's a card from Monica Davis. This is another great layout. I feel like this designer paper just does all the heavy lifting, make beautiful cards really quickly and easily. Here we've got Vanilla Baker's Twine, again from the annual catalog. That's in a combo pack with white and other neutral colors. Next up, this one is from Meg Lovin, using some gold ribbon and then the detail die cuts from the Daffodil set. I love this little trick. Meg used the marble designer paper and die cut the detail from there, and that adds some really fun texture to the flower because it's not like all color on color. You have some variation in the color. So really fun tip there from Meg, using that marble, Simply Marvelous designer paper for that. This card is from my mom. Let's see. Open it up. This is one of those accordion stand-up cards. I'm not sure what we called it. I feel like this is the one we were struggling with the name. Here, she's calling it a 4-fold card. And so here are the measurements if you would like to make a card like this. I made a similar card and used kind of different measurements with a larger piece in the middle, but it certainly doesn't matter. There's lots of different ways that you can make a 4-fold card or a stand-up accordion card or whatever, whatever it is you want to call it. Let's get that one back in the envelope. So that one's from Mom, Susan LaCroix, who created that one. So pretty. See, I told you she loved daisies. This card is from Dawn Olszewski. Oh, I love this simple layering with a 3 by 4 inch piece of designer paper and then the simple stamped sentiment. And that sentiment, does this also come from... Just a card to say you're amazing. I feel like this also is from the same set. Yep, there it is right there. Special Moments stamp set. This is the brushed metallic dots that carried over. So, oh my gosh, an endless number of ways to customize your cards with designer paper, ribbon, and embellishment. And they all start with this gorgeous Daffodil Afternoon designer paper. Next up, we have the Catching Butterflies stamp set. I love the whimsical images in this set with the little girl catching butterflies and those sweet little butterflies. In one of my sneak peek videos, I shared this card and I showed you how to do paper piecing, where you stamp the image on the designer paper and then cut around the dress or the pattern and then glue that onto the stamped image that was colored with blends. This one features fresh freesia and the same designer paper. It was used on this card by Amanda Hincamper, one of newer Jubilant Stamper team members. She joined during the last Stampin' Up! Demonstrator Kit promotion. And if you're interested in joining my team, we have another promotion going on right now during Sale-a-Bration. You can get 2 free stamp sets of your choice when you join my Stampin' Up! Family. So I hope you'll consider that, especially if you order a lot. You're certainly going to want a discount on all your favorites from the mini catalog. This next one is from Leanne Greff, and I just noticed like she has a very great minds think alike, a very similar layout here on Leanne's card. I think this girl was just begging to be dressed in purple. I haven't had a chance to play a whole lot yet with this set, but I am very inspired by the samples. I especially love this one with the circle and how it just creates some fun dimension. So Catching Butterflies, this is a rubber stamp set and available as a gift choice when you order $50 or more during Sale-a-Bration. Uh-oh. Janice says I'm frozen. I hope I'm not frozen for anyone else. I was having internet issues earlier today. Okay, Lynn says it's okay. I'm going to keep going. Janice, maybe someone can type in the comments. Oh, good, back now. Sometimes if you're having trouble with your own internet, sometimes if you kind of exit out of Facebook and come back, then it helps. I don't know. Facebook can be weird sometimes. Wi-Fi can be weird sometimes. Technology, right? Our next card, or our next stamp set that you can get for free during Sale-a-Bration is called Driving By. And this is a fun cling mount rubber stamp set. And when I say cling mount, I mean it's a rubber stamp set that has a cling sticker. So it clings to a clear block. So we kind of changed the wording. They were called clear stamps for a while, but the photopolymer stamps are the ones that are actually like the see-through. So Driving By, I love that this one is kind of fun and not flowers. I have a few fun cards to share with you using the Driving By stamp set. This first one is one that I shared in a sneak peek video, and at the time I was trying to tell you how I was casing the catalog, but I couldn't share the project with you, so now I can. You can see how I was inspired by the layout here, having a panel of printed, they used an embossing folder, I used designer paper, and then a panel where the car was stamped over and over again with a colored one popped up, and then instead of the small banner I used a larger one here. On this card I incorporated some of the little flourishes, the loose flourishes from the annual catalog. I just love how it gives sort of this, you know, like hippie vibe to that fun little band. So many ways that you can use that. I love the way that card turned out, and I love the way this card turned out from Barb Milliken. She used some of the Sunshine and Rainbows designer paper and took her color palette from that, coloring the Corvette pink and then adding some balloons that are, well, they're in the stamped image. She just colored them. Thanks. I love that. The balloons really speak to me as a fun, like, celebration card, you know, like celebrating a birthday or just, you know, like earning the Baltic trip, you know, something like that. So I think this is a fun stamp, you know, to celebrate lots of different things. Last card, this one is by Deb Snyder, and she made, I'm going to open this up and show you. She did a little like matchbook style where the designer paper tucks into, let me see if I can show you back here. She's got a staple, which she then covered with the cardstock. So this part is secured down. Oh, I love how she cut out that little rainbow. Driving by to say hi, and then that tucks into the card. Isn't that clever? I love that. So this is well, actually, she did not use a full sheet. So this is 4 inches, and then looks like probably 4 by 6, and she just folded it back behind the white cardstock there. So kind of a fake designer paper card, not a full designer paper card, but using that in a really smart way. Oh my gosh, I know, isn't that a fun card? Okay, so that was the Driving By stamp set. I know I'm going to have so many more samples to share with you down the road as we keep playing with some of these fun stamp sets. Okay, next up is the Sunshine and Rainbow designer paper. Oh my gosh, I love this one because it is just so bright and colorful and cheerful. My girls love, love, love rainbows, and so they were so excited to see this. This is a 6x6 paper pack, which means you get many more designs. So this includes 4 each of 12 different designs. I'm going to go through each one kind of quickly and just flip it over so you can see. We've got really bright, fun colors. Obviously, the theme is rainbows, but we do have some really great like B-sides where we have the pattern that you can mix and match and create some fabulous cards. Look at all these colors. Like, I couldn't even begin to tell you all the colors because there's just so many. I love that we have some bright colors and then some that are more like soft and pastel. So you really can come up with lots of fun cards. This one coordinates with the Cloud Punch. I'm actually going to show you that in just a second. So many rainbows. This one might be my favorite. Oh my gosh, so much fun with the sunshine and the rainbows. And so I'm going to show you some cards first, and then I want to case the catalog. I do that all the time where I use the catalog as inspiration and I create a card. So this is the card we're going to case today. I just love the layout. I love everything about it. But before we get to that, I want to show you some card samples. Here's a card that I made for a card swap. I had 2 different variations, and I just cut out this rainbow right from the designer paper. So let me pull that back out again. You can see there's a whole bunch of rainbows, and you can just cut that out and use that as a focal point. I used the Cloud Punch, and then the Hello Sunshine comes from my favorite Special Moments stamp set. On the inside of this bookbinding card, I stamped Thanks for Brightening Up My Day, which also comes from the same stamp set. A little bit of that rainbow designer paper on the inside, and 2 color variations there because I didn't have enough paper to make them all the same when I was working on my swap. So tell me, which of these do you prefer? Let me take this out of the plastic. Do you prefer the Bermuda Bay card or the Granny Apple Green card? Leave a comment and let me know this or that. They are pretty much identical, although I guess these designer papers on the side are also a little bit different. Now, if you're looking to duplicate this card, the inside paper here is 3 by 3. So I could get 4 from a 6 by 6 sheet, then layered onto a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 piece of basic white. That's the same size that I used in here, was 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then the side on the over here is 1 inch by 4 inch. Oh, I'm seeing your votes come in. I'm seeing a lot of Bermuda Bay. I'm trying to see if I had any. Did anyone say Granny Apple Green? Secretly, if I can have a favorite, which I can, it's my card. I like the Bermuda Bay too. Oh, there we go. Janice and Carmen both say Granny Apple Green. I mean, both colors are in the rainbow, so they're both so beautiful. We got another vote for Granny Apple. 2 more votes for Granny Apple. So it might be tied. There's April. With Granny Apple as well. So either way, you can make both cards. You can make a whole bunch of this. And I used Magenta Madness for the card base, which is a really bright pink, one of the in colors that I'm still like on the fence on. But it was rainbow and the pink color was in there, so I just embraced it. Okay, rainbow, 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 and sunshine. Here's another swap card. This one is from Kim Kane. She used some circle die cuts to use several different patterns from that designer paper, and then the same sentiments that I used because they're just so perfect from the Special Moments stamp set. Last card. This is actually 2 cards. I'm going to pull them out. These were some simple note cards that I shared with you during my sneak peeks in December. So these are note cards and envelopes, and I used 3" by 4.5" pieces on the front, and then the other little 1.5" went back here. So you can get 2 note cards from one piece of 6x6 designer paper. Really clean and simple. I added some of those iridescent sequins to dress up the card a little bit. Okay, are you guys ready to do some casing? If you're not familiar with the acronym CASE, it means copy and share everything, or I like to say copy and selectively edit, which means that you have permission to make changes and make the card your own. So today, the little change I'm making is I chose a different designer paper for the base of the card. I'm using thick Whisper White, basic white. I'm using thick basic white cardstock. I prefer the thick cardstock for card bases because it just is a little more sturdier than the regular basic white. I cut my designer paper to 4¼ by 5.5 to fill the front of my card. And I'm grabbing my adhesive. Let's go ahead and glue this down. This is going to cover the entire card front. And then the next layer is a piece of vellum cardstock. And I love that you can like see through the paper, you know, to see the design underneath, but it still adds like another layer. And I believe this one was put on with some Stampin' dimensionals, but what we want to do first is decorate on top of the vellum, and then we can strategically place our Stampin' dimensionals underneath those elements so that they don't show through the vellum. This piece of vellum is exactly 1 inch smaller on both sides. So this is 3¼ by 4.5. I'll put the measurements in the video description when I'm all done in case you want to case this card as well. Next up, we have the cloud punches, and so I'm using our new cloud punch. This is something that is in the January through June catalog, and it's not bundled with a coordinating stamp set. It coordinates very well with the rainbow bundle, the Rainbow of Happiness. It also coordinates really well with the Kite stamp set, but it's a standalone punch which is not bundled with anything else. Normally with the bundle, you can get things that coordinate together and save 10%, but this one is just kind of a standalone. So I'm going to punch, and they punch out right from the designer paper. So for this card, we're going to need 3 clouds. So I'm just going to kind of cut. I want to keep it long so I can still maneuver it in the punch. And I also need to be able to reach the images. So I'm going to kind of cut in longer strips like this. And then I'll use the cloud punch and turn it upside down so I can see where I'm punching. And punch that out. Oh my gosh, I love how perfect this is. You could also punch from the designer paper that is just a blue design, but I love how this has like a little white border around the image. So it's just a little bit smaller than the cloud punch. And I like that little border. If you don't like the border, you can just punch from, you know, a plain designer paper pattern, and there are several nice light blue patterns in the designer paper, so you could punch from that one and do hearts, that one and do rain, that one and do swirls. So I would recommend that if you don't like this little border punch. Okay, so we've got 3 clouds, and those are going to be arranged on our vellum. And then we have some other designer paper. I added a little bit of that new Supple Shimmer glitter paper, and I feel like I keep showing you this because I keep wanting to point out that what is called and looks like blue in the catalog is not actually blue. And so I just wanted to incorporate it in on a card. Let me show you really quick where it is in the catalog. It's on page 67. And in the catalog C, it looks blue, the Supple Shimmer Glimmer paper, but it is more of like an iridescent, really, really pale blue, or even like a green. Okay, so Supple Shimmer, I just took I did 1/2 inch pieces of all 3 of these designer paper combinations. And then I did a little punch out. Now, I think that in here they've got a circle that's from the Picture This die, but I just did a little punch circle. I did not give up my circle punches. I just couldn't Stampin' Up! Did retire all the circle punches, but I've held on to them. My sentiments that I chose are from the Special Moments stamp set. If I don't sell you on this stamp set, I don't know. I don't know what will. I love how there are just so many different sentiments. We've got birthday, we've got sympathy, hang in there, thanks, thinking of you, best wishes. Like, I feel like it just covers so many bases. Hello, good luck. Like, you can use this for so many things. There's a congratulations one in there as well. So I am going to use two stamps. I have the one on the front is going to say, I have something for you. And then for the inside, I have the sentiment says, I couldn't wait for a special occasion. Looks like I have a dog hair on there. I couldn't wait for a special occasion. So I have some stuff I want to send my sister. She's a stamp collector and she uses them to create envelope art. And so I have some stamps to send her, some postage stamps from the Great Big Card Swap. Everyone always sends me stamps and it's like, it's so fun to see these stamps and like pick out something for Amy, and send it to her as like a, a little fun surprise. So I think we need some rainbows on the inside. So I'm just kind of going through my scraps to see if we can just cut a little piece for the inside of the card. I want to dress that up a little bit. Maybe just a rainbow stripe. I don't know. I also have, we can't just do a cloud though, right? How about this? We're going to cut, not that one. I'm going to cut one of these. Sorry. I'm a little scattered, I'm sorry. There we go. I have some that are kind of, off the edge, and it may look like you can't use them, but you don't have to use the whole rainbow. You can have it peeking out of the cloud, and you can be really strategic about how you place it on your card. All right, so we can have, and we'll cut it off. What do you think? Maybe on this side? Oh, yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue that down, and we'll decorate. I always try to remember the inside. Sometimes I forget, but I try. And then that's going to cover it up. Let's go a little higher. That's going to cover up our little weird corner. Okay, super cute. I think Amy's going to like this one. Okay, back to the front. Let's arrange our pieces. I'm going to set this aside so you guys can see what I'm doing. Let's arrange our pieces here on the front. I'm going to use some regular adhesive, and then I will cover up the back side of the adhesive with Stampin' Dimensionals to add the vellum layer onto the card. So I'm not worried about the adhesive right now because it's all on the back side, and it will be okay, I promise. Okay, so we've got our clouds. They still all fall within there. And then for these pieces, I'm going to cut, I'm just going to kind of layer just a little angles, and these are gonna, is that too much? But no, I think it's just perfect. Sometimes I think too much and I just gotta go with it, right? So adding all these banners onto the card, covering the covering kind of the clouds a little bit there. Not perfect, and that's okay. Then I am going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals underneath the circle. Oh, I love it. You know what? I was going to kind of trim these to be even, but I'm going to leave them I'm going to leave them. I kind of like them hanging off the edge a little bit. So now we want to strategically place our Stampin' Dimensionals underneath the elements. And this will attach the vellum to the card without having to worry about any kind of adhesive showing through. That should be good to hold our vellum layer on. Scoot, scoot, scoot. This is going to be centered like that. And we do need a little bling on this card, don't you think? Let me bring back the inspiration card. So the inspiration card does have some little gems in there, but I think one of my favorite ways to embellish with this rainbow paper is the Artistry Blooms adhesive backed sequins. Let me zoom in on the item number 152477. Add these to your next order because they're so amazing. They're self-adhesive and they come with 4, I'm going to try to put it down here so you can see the colors better. There's 4 different colors of these sequins. There's a beautiful light blue, then we have more of like a corally pink, an orangey yellow, and then this purple. And they're sort of iridescent, so I feel like they coordinate very well with lots of different colors. And check out like how well they coordinate with this designer paper. Like it's like they were made to go together. And I don't know that they officially are, but I'm saying that they are because it's so perfect. So I have some pieces. This is a brand new package, but I am going to work from some pieces that I had already. I keep them in a little baggie because unfortunately the packaging that it comes in is not reusable. So once you open it, you're going to need like a little bag to keep them in. So this worked out really well. I think this bag was from another embellishment that came like in a little round container, and I just used the bag for that. So I'm going to use the yellowy kind of orange color. Let's move that again so you can see what I'm doing. And we're definitely going to use at least 3, if not 5, right? We always do things in odd numbers. And I feel like this card kind of is calling for 5. I got 2 up there and 3 down there. What do you think? There's our finished card. I'm going to bring back in the other one. Yeah, I love that they are spring colors without being too light. Hi, Eve. I'm so glad you joined us. Carol says she likes this one better than the one in the catalog. Oh, what a compliment. I think that it is the brighter color of the rainbow in the background because seriously, my card is almost identical, but I think bringing in the warmer tones back there really brightens up the card, and that appeals to me. So I'm sure maybe that is what is appealing so much to you as well. This came off. I need to add a little more adhesive to that. I was trying to adjust my circle because it looked crooked. There we go. Let's try that again. Okay, so there's another card with the Sunshine and Rainbows designer paper. Again, you can get this designer paper for free when you have a $50 order during Sale-a-Bration, which is now through February 28th. Let's go on to our next Sale-a-Bration gift. This is the Simply Marvelous 6x6 designer paper. This is also a 6x6 paper, so you're going to get a different quantity of each design. Okay, so this is how it comes. This is the size. There are 6 different color designs that are very, very similar, and so you'll get 8 each of each color. So 8 pink, 8 yellow, 8 purple, 8 like 2 different blues, blue, gray, and blue again. So on the one side you have these like I think it looks like silk, like, or paint, like nail polish. The other side is more of that marble, like classic marble look to it. So we've got a very like liquidy marble on this side, and then the classic like stone marble. So each piece is a single color. So the pink silk, or the pink liquid marble is the same. It's also pink on the other side. So each color is 2 different patterns of the same color. So we've got the pink marble, the yellow marble, the purple, the light blue, the gray, and the dark blue. Oh, this paper is so pretty. And there are so many different ways that you can use it. Now, I don't have any samples that are specifically like only this paper, but I want to pull back out and show you Meg's card again. So she used the yellow marble paper to die cut the details in there. And then I feel like we had another card. Oh yes, this one from Kelly Atchison with the pineapple. So she used the that granite to emboss her background layer. It really is gorgeous paper, and there are so many different ways that you can use it. I actually haven't used it yet to create any cards with, so I don't have any other samples to share with you. So I'm just going to give you a little close-up on these cards. We've got them here at the bottom, and then check out how beautiful that is. On Demonstrator Planning Place today, I saw a card that used the gray liquidy marble with the robots, and it was so sharp. The robot was colored in gray and then had some real red pop of color with the hearts. And then here's the awesome otters with the picture this die as the backdrop for those stamped images. So stinking cute. Okay, that's the Simply Marvelous designer paper. Really versatile. Next up is the Awesome Otters, and this one is another cling mount stamp set. So cute. I feel like every celebration we have some new critters. We've had pandas, we've had meerkats, we've had donkeys, and now we have otters, and they are just so darling. I do have a couple samples using the Awesome Otters stamp set. You have to let me know, yay or nay. Are you a fan of the otters? Do you think they're cute, or maybe they're just not your style? That's okay. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. Here are some cards. Here's one that I made in one of my sneak peek videos. I used colored pencils and blender pens to color with the wave background stamp here. Here is a card from my team member, Margot Richardson. She used the same wave background stamp and used some Stampin' blends to color the otter. So cute. I love the Stampin' blends. Like, it's a really rich look, and this is more of a lighter look with the colored pencils. This next card, oh, that uses the paper, the Marvelous paper. This one is from Betsy Kreider, and she used a little strip of that Simply Marvelous paper in blue. And check out this one. This one is by Jenny Miller, and she did not use the Marvelous paper, but she did a fun background on her card that very closely mimics the look of the Simply Marvelous paper. So maybe you've done this technique. This is the shaving cream technique, where you take a pan and you put some shaving cream in it, and then you drop some re-inker, and then you create a design by swirling the re-inker in the shaving cream. Then you put your cardstock face down on the shaving cream. I know that sounds crazy. You scrape off the shaving cream and you're left with the design, the ink design that was in the cream. So it's really a beautiful look, and very, like I said, very closely does mimic that that marble paper. So you get a very, very similar look there. So you can create your own, or you can get the Simply Marvelous designer paper. Okay, that was the Awesome Otters. I see many of you are saying, yay, that you love these otters. They are so cute. And it's okay if you're not a fan. There are so many other amazing things to choose during celebration. So you don't have to get the otters. You can enjoy all those other celebration gifts. Okay, we are on to level 2, or the $100 level in the celebration brochure. So there are 2 items that you can get when you order $100. So when you order $100 or more, you can either choose one of these level 2 items, or you can get 2 of the level 1 items. So you have your choice. You're not forced to get one of these, but these are bigger gifts that are available when you have a larger order. So this first one is called Friendly Hello, and it is a stamp set and coordinating designer paper. Let me show you this in person. This is a photopolymer stamp set. So the photopolymer is our clear stamps that you can see through. It is a nice large stamp set with lots of images, but this comes bundled with designer paper as well. So this is all one thing. The Friendly Hello bundle includes both 12 by 12 designer paper and the Friendly Hello stamp set. The 12 by 12 paper includes 2 pieces each of 6 different double-sided designs featuring colors like fresh freesia, pale papaya, granny apple green, pool party, I'm cheating, and shaded spruce. So pretty. I love the color combination here. There's another one that definitely makes me want to go back to Hawaii. I love the tropical flowers and the bird. It's just so much fun. So I'm going to share with you some samples using the Friendly Hello bundle, and then I've got a card that I'm going to make using this bundle. Here first are the samples in the catalog. I always love to see what they do. I love the way they layer designer paper pieces and add the stamp images as well. This one is just so much fun, and I think it's the colors really that make me so happy about this stamp set. So let's pull out our samples and take a look. This first one is by Michelle Grimble. I love the basic black. It makes just that fresh freesia really pop. Same here with the pool party. This card is by Natalie Travis. And this one using Petal Pink is by Carol Nordquist. Here's one by my sister, Amy LaCroix Slocum. This one is by my mom, Susan LaCroix, and she's got a little fun fold. So let's go ahead and open up the belly band and take a look at the inside of this card. Oh, that's so fun. I love how there's extra panels on the inside so you can write your message. It's I love fun fold cards that have like a unique way to open. They always, even if it's simple, it still just makes the card really fun and unique. And I love this little flower stamp that she used there. Oh, that was her card. Let's put that back in the envelope so I don't lose it. Next up, we have a card from Betsy Kreider using the bookbinding folds. She's got a piece of designer paper, and then here's that same paper piecing technique that we were talking about with the catching butterflies. So she stamped on the designer paper with the flower stamp and then cut it out. So the pattern of the designer paper transferred to the stamped image. So here is the stamped flower image, and then she cut that out from the paper. I'm trying to find the paper pattern. It's this one right there. Next card is from Teresa Tucker, and she used the, what is it called? Good Taste Textures, something like that, in the annual catalog. I love this. It looks like kind of paint and canvas back there, and then a little bit of the lattice from the Bloom Where You're Planted suite. Such an awesome card from Teresa. This one is by Mary Ellen Stites using the Petal Pink cardstock, a little bit of the basic border to trim that, and a little designer paper peeking out from the inside. Really simple stamping, petal pink on petal pink, and then the bird pops. She's colored that so beautifully. Last card is from Mary McCormick using the Tasteful Textile embossing folder, and then a little bit of the coordinating designer paper. April, I saw that you were looking for measurements. I will measure Mom's card and include the measurements in the video description when I'm all done. Okay, so I'm going to make a card using the Friendly Hello bundle. And this is a fun card I made last year, and I kind of have been like, well, in this whole project playback series, we've been reviewing old videos and sort of like, redoing projects. And so this is a project that I shared last year, and I'm sharing it again. It's called the Corner Tuck card. And here are the measurements that you need. So the card base is going to be 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored in half at 5 1/2. And then you're going to cut the front off at 2 3/4. So you're cutting the front in half. This card is going to be a horizontal card. So it's going to set up like this. And then this that came off the front is going to turn and be the card front like this. I'll have the measurements in the video description. So if you don't keep up with all the Post-it notes, don't worry. I'll have them there for your reference later. For the inside of the card, I have a piece of cardstock that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And this is just a standard inside piece. So this is going to go in here. And then we've got 2 pieces that are 2.5 inches by 4 inches. One of them is the Friendly Hello designer paper. And the other one is the basic white. That's going to be for our stamped image. So this one is going to layer on that half, and this one is going to layer over here on this half. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down right now. You guys know that I don't love to color, and so I love some simple stamping. So tonight I'm using this stamp set, and I'm not going to do a lot of crazy coloring. I'm going to do some simple stamping with the Fresh Freesia and Memento black ink pads. Before I do that really quick, the last piece of designer paper is 2 inches by 2 inches, and I've cut it diagonally. I'm actually only going to use one on this card, so I'll save the other one for another card, and this is going to go on the corner, and I'll show you how to adhere that after we do our stamping. Oh, I was just trying to catch up with your comments. It looks like Annette is having some trouble with skipping and freezing. It could be the weather in your area. It could just be, you know, Wi-Fi not cooperating correctly. I'm so sorry, Annette, that you're having trouble viewing tonight and staying connected, but you can always watch the replay and come back. Let's start with the black ink. We're going to stamp the flowers from the Friendly Hello stamp set. And I'm kind of almost going off the edge. I know, don't yell at me for not having a grid paper. I'll never learn. And then I also, on the big card, I want to stamp the bird in the corner. Okay, and then our sentiments are going to all be in the Fresh Freesia, and I'm using words that all came from the Friendly Hello stamp set. So on the front, we're going to use Hello Friend, and on the inside, hope you have the best birthday. I have some team birthday cards that I need to catch up on, so I will be making some more of these cards to send to some of my team members. So this is the front piece, and I'm going to do Hello Friend in the corner. My stamp is already stained because I was using Magenta Madness for some cards. So I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, the staining of the stamp. It still works the same with the stained stamp. So I'm not that worried about it. Maybe that's what I was going to say. I'm not worried. Okay. Really simple stamping with the black and with the Fresh Freesia. I'm going to add a little bit of color using a sponge dauber. These come in a package of 3, I think. Let me just double check that really quick. They're in the annual catalog toward the back with some of the accessories. And I really should have looked that up earlier. It would be like with the paint brushes and the like coloring tools. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can find it. Sponge. Water painter. Page 129. I think I didn't go back far enough. That was my problem. Okay, there they are. So the sponge daubers come with 5 daubers for $5. Doot, 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 doot. Right there in the middle of the page. Sponge daubers, 133773. They fit on your finger. How fun is that? So really easy control. We're going to take this. I already used this one for the Fresh Freesia, and I'm just going to add some color to the center of the flower. So it's really simple. I'll do the same thing over here, and that's all I'm going to color. I'm not going to color the bird. I'm just going to leave it really simple with a little pop of fresh freesia color, because the designer paper sort of like is my cop-out and excuse, because the designer paper has black and white and the fresh freesia, and so I don't need to, you know, go crazy with lots of coloring. So I'm going to go ahead and add these layers to the card. If you want to color, you can at home. I promise I won't deny you. Oh no, Cheryl's having some freezing problems as well. I think it's so weird when some people have problems and some people don't, and I can never figure out on my end if I'm doing something wrong or if there's something I need to do differently. Okay, we're almost done with our card though. So let's go ahead. We're going to add this little corner, which is going to hold this front piece down. So I'm going to add this first. And I'm using the liquid glue and just doing a little bead along the edge. And I'll attach this to the card. And then I'll add the other part. This is going to go on the inside right up against the white cardstock. So there is a little, oops, a little slide. I chose the liquid glue because I wanted to keep the line really small to have room to tuck this underneath. So that's going to tuck underneath. It needs just a little time to dry. So while it's drying, I'm going to put the tear and tape on the back here. You can use regular adhesive. I like to use a little tear and tape because I don't want the pressure from the corner tuck to pull on the card and have it come off the card front. So I'm going to use some like extra strong adhesive to make sure that it stays where it's supposed to go. Okay, so this is, I can do a little tuck there, and I'm just kind of putting an even amount of space on the top and the side and the bottom, and that's going to go right there. I feel like I've got inky fingers already. Doot, 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 doot. I felt like I could add some like ribbon on here or some twine or something. I don't know. Look at that. I told you I had. I'm making a mess. Doot, doot. Yeah, sticky fingers. I kind of like it simple though. What do you think? Oh, I got some weird message popping up. Cancel. I think I was accidentally trying to invite one of you to join me on camera. I don't know what I hit. Okay, so that is the Friendly Hello bundle, which includes the designer paper and the stamp set. And so you get both of those together. This is an option that is free with a $100 order during Sale-a-Bration. We have one other level 2 or free with a $100 purchase, and that is my very favorite Special Moments stamp set. I have been talking about it all night long, and I've already been using it so much. Here are some samples in the catalog to recap some of these fantastic sentiments that come in here. So we've got thinking of you, where would I be without a friend like you, it's okay to feel the feels, I have something for you, and hello sunshine. And I have a couple more cards. A lot of the swaps that I shared use, you know, some of these sayings like the hello sunshine. I shared that one earlier. Thanks for brightening my day. Just a card to say you're amazing. What did I do with the stamp set? Where did it go? Oh, right here, it was hiding. Yes, just a card to say you're amazing. That comes from this set. Here's another one, just a card to say you're amazing. Here's another one with the hello sunshine. I'm trying to pull out some others. Just a card to say you're amazing. For someone who is wonderful in each and every way. I couldn't wait for a special occasion. Where would I be without a friend like you? Just another card to say you're amazing, and another card to say you're amazing. Here's some that I shared last night during my bingo night. I did I have a virtual open house Facebook group for my customers who've received a catalog from me. And if you're not in that group and you get a catalog from me, you should check that out. There's some special posts over there, and I always do kind of a fun game night and give away some prizes when a new catalog comes out. You can watch the replay of that on YouTube. So if you're not on my virtual open house group, because if you're not shopping with me, then you can check out the replay on YouTube. I did post that this evening. And I made these cards during that video. So I used Big Congratulations from the Special Moments stamp set. And here's another one that I made for someone who is wonderful in each and every way. And then where would I be without a friend like you on the inside? And then these are two that I shared last week during Thursday Night Stamp Therapy, the Thinking of You and the Happy Birthday. What does this stamp set not cover, right? Like all these cards use the Special Moments stamp set. This is definitely my top pick for Sale-a-Bration. If you can work it out to get this one for free, I think you will be all set. It is such a fantastic stamp set and so many different ways that you can use it. Okay, let's move on in our brochure. That's it for the no, I have one more project to share with you. Hold on. One more project to share with you, but we're nearing the end here. So let's keep moving forward. This last stamp set that you can get for free is called Calming Camellia. I think that's what it's called. It's a distinctive stamp set. It's so beautiful. My order just arrived and I got this stamp set for free. So I'm super excited to play with it. This is free when you host a party or place an order that is $300 or more. And demonstrators during the Sale-a-Bration pre-order could order or pre-order this stamp set. And so this card by Ramona Simpson uses the Calming Camellia stamp set and a little bit of that Simply Marvelous designer paper in the background. Isn't that so beautiful? I cannot wait to play with this stamp set. I'm so excited that I have it. Here's a beautiful one with the Vellum. Oh gosh, I can't wait to case that one. Here's a slimline card using the blender pen to add some white ink. I love this one with the punched out heart and the image coming through. And this is such a fantastic layout here. So Calming Camellia, whether you're hosting in person or a virtual party, you can earn this for free with $300 in party sales. Or if you have a really large order, you'll get it for free when you have a $300 order in the online store. If you have a really large order, I do suggest that you exercise this option during Sale-a-Bration. You can choose 2 free stamp sets in your starter kit. It can be from the annual catalog. It can be from the mini catalog. 2 free stamp sets of your choice to not include Sale-a-Bration stamp sets or host stamp sets, but any other stamp set is fair game. So that is huge. You can also choose $125 of product of your choice. The starter kit is only $99 plus tax. So shipping is free. You get a free paper pumpkin kit. You get a discount on all your future purchases. And during Sale-a-Bration, demonstrators also can earn product credit based on their total sales and recruiting. So some more perks for Sale-a-Bration if you join as a demonstrator. I have an amazing team, over 120 demonstrators who live all over the United States. And so if you've been thinking about getting a discount and joining a creative community, we would love to have you join us. I will include the link in the video description to more information about being a demonstrator. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out. If you're ready to jump in and do it right now, I'll have that link in the description as well. I'd love to have you join the Jubilant Stampers. Okay, this deal ends on February 28th, which is the same day that Sale-a-Bration ends. So make sure you do your shopping in the online store. If you're going to join, make sure you do that by February 28th. We have lots of time, lots of goodies to play with. So thank you so much for joining me tonight for Thursday Night Stamp Therapy. I hope that you enjoyed the 40 cards that I shared and the 2 extra ones that I made. I hope they've inspired you and you will try doing these at home. If you're watching on Facebook, please make sure to give me a thumbs up on this post, subscribe, or follow on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube so that you don't miss out on future videos. I can't wait to share more with you, so come back and stay tuned for more project ideas using the January through June mini catalog and Sale-a-Bration brochure. That's it for tonight. Have a great one, and I will see you next time. Bye.